Hello and welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here then hi! Today I'm going to teach you how to make a video without actually being on screen most of the time. It's wonderful. Not really. You see that thing in the corner that says Get Creates? That's supposed to be me telling me where I should be. That should be the corner of my screen, so I should therefore be right smack bang in the middle where that corner is of my mat. Nope. I always seem to be at the bottom. So when I get my desk back to where it should be, oh, thank God, soon, hopefully tomorrow night, then I'll be able to be organised again. When I say organised, I mean stuff's on the right side of me. Not necessarily tidy, but it's on the right side of me. Whereas now everything's just a heap. And I'm looking at it now thinking, oh God, I've got to shift this all tomorrow. But then thinking, oh yes, can't wait. Anyway, back to the actual thing I'm doing. I am doing the stairs for Beetlejuice. I'm actually doing the Beetlejuice snake. That's it, snake. I was going to say worm, but that's the sandworm, and I got myself confused there, and I'm waffling again. I'm doing the snake, the banister that turned into the Beetlejuice snake in the film. Only I'm looking at it now, I'm thinking, oh, I should have actually put balustrades in. I don't know now. Oh, bum fluff. That might be altered. It's finished, but I might alter it. This is a pot that my husband made for me on a 3D printer. And it's like the snake pattern. And I thought, oh, maybe that will work. And you know what it did? You can't really see much of it until it gets painted. And I'm trying to put the belly detail in. And I'm actually moving my hand while I'm doing it on screen too. There is something seriously wrong with my brain. Oh, right. So yeah, I'm using the stick thing that I put in that pot. Just to make a little indents to make it look like a proper belly. I do end up making a bit of a mistake here, because I press the stairs into it so I know where to put the stairs later on when it's baked, only I didn't think to check the other side, so it's kind of a bit of a flat snake. So yeah, note to self, must remember to check what you're doing. A bit of a daft heap, but this is a learning curve for me still, and I do actually quite like the head when it's done. And there was use of sticky glue, super glue, and yeah, I managed not to stick myself to it this time. Go me! But that roly thing, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And I did think maybe I should bend it and wiggle it up, and I kind of did a little bit, but when it was in the oven it kind of bent back down again, but it still worked. But yeah, I am thinking I'm going to have to take it off and start again. Now I'm going to make some clothing, but not clothing, a hint of clothing to put into the wardrobe. Now I didn't like the flowery one, it's too girly for Lydia. It's more black and white, and this is the only black and white I've got, spots. I have got some black lace somewhere that I nicked off something, and can I remember where I've put it? I have got to go through my stash of materials. I have got a wash basket full of like Kath Kidson stuff. Oh, but not all that's too pretty too. So I'm gluing on these pieces of foam, and this foam came out of a box with tweezers in that I was given by the sort of son-in-law. And then he tells me, don't hold them under heat too long because they'll melt. He says that to me, and I own a heat gun. Really? They're no good for me. I will melt them. I forget what I'm doing. Oh, but guess what? I cooked the snake, and I didn't burn him. So it's getting to be like a 50-50 with me. Sometimes I burn them, sometimes I don't. So you have to watch this space for next time. Although twice today I cooked this thing, because I had to cook the face afterwards when it was done. And I didn't burn the face either. I don't know if it's a bit of sunshine coming into the room or what, but I've been quite perky today. I've been doing all sorts. Now, I put this metal on the top to try and stop it unfolding and to weigh it down. This is just scrap bits from my husband's work, and I thought I could use them as 1, 2, 3 blocks. They'd be perfect, and they are. And they weigh a ton. And they're just slices of metal just stuck together. So I could use them separately if I want to. And I'm just using the end of a paintbrush to scrub the glue on. It's just tacky glue. It weren't very good. Didn't stick very well. I ended up using super glue in the end. It was just not sticking. I needed some fabric tack, but I think that's an American thing. I don't think that's an English thing. But I know that stuff's good. I'll have to look that up, actually. I bet we've got something like it. I mean, I did have some fabric glue, but, well, I opened it up and it was solid. And I'd only just had that about a month. I mean, I'd never opened it before. I'm like, ugh. So that must have gone off. So now I'm putting on his face. Well, tempting to put on his face. I think I should have made his eyes a bit bigger. Yeah. But I'm not trying to copy the Beetlejuice. I am doing my own version of him. And the doll's hair comes in handy again. It does. So these 87p dolls, whether I want to use them for the doll or the hair, cheap as chips. I mean, that doll's hair, I think I've used it 3 times. Just that one doll's hair. I think it's 3 times. Yeah, it is. Because I did some on my Valentine's one. I did some hair on a voodoo doll head. Not a voodoo doll head. The shrinking man head. Oh, I didn't do that this time. Oh, I should have done that. Hung him off the end of the bed or something. Huh. Oh well. He's in me cabinet of curiosities. So, I'm trying to do his nose at the minute. And I struggled with his nose. I tried to look at it profile-wise to see if it actually stuck out enough. And it did. It just wasn't... I don't know. It still seems very flat to me. I mean, I've flattened it out too much, I think. I think I really should have just left it pointy. More Romanesque. Now I'm putting his cheeks in. Make him look a little bit gaunt, but not too much. And then I have to try and balance it out the other side. And as you've noticed, I'm right on end at screen again. And then I'm like popping back up, trying to see if I remember what I'm doing. And because the length of the snake and the way my camera is angled, I was really struggling to get him in shot. Never thought to shift the camera. You know, because that would be clever. No. I just kept struggling to get him into shot. So this whole video is me looking like an absolute amateur. But you can't win them all. And half the time I forgot I was actually filming as well, so, you know. And then somebody knocked on the door. And I forgot to stop the video. So when I came back, I realised, I thought, oh God, I've got about 10 minutes cut out now. And I had to find where it were. So it's not been a very good day with me in videos-wise. And I'm sure it's because my computer desk and stuff is all over the place, my craft area. I can't wait till this job's done. We have a new internet, if anybody's interested. You're probably not. So we can have it cheaper and better, apparently. It's a new one. Never heard of it before in my life, but hey ho, we'll see. If not, we'll go back to Virgin. But now I'm putting his mouth in, and I shall be putting some teeth in, and I do put the teeth in separately and then as top and bottoms together, and then I will cut it in the middle so it looks like they're actually in the mouth. I think that makes sense. Well, it does to me. And you can't really see anything I'm doing because it's white and I'm so close to the thing. I should have just backed up a bit. But like I said, I didn't think of that. Why didn't I think of that? Because I'm a dum-dum. Going around his eyes, just putting in more little bits of detail now, just tweaking around his head and making sure he looks nice and ugly. Because he is pretty ugly when he's the snake. Quite ferocious looking. But I also want it to look so it blends back into the snake's body. Because it's like this massive head on a body. It's completely out of proportion. But then it is in the film too. Yeah. So I've baked him again, not booked him, baked him. And I'm looking through my little box of stuff I've either made before or little bits that I've got. And I want some books to put in the wardrobe too. And I thought those two little pieces of art would be great to put on the wall. And that little doll is from another film. And it needs a foot putting back on because I seem to have lost that foot. So now, that was me trying to figure out whether I should paint the hair or paint the snake. So I'm painting it all in black because black will show up more detail when you go dry brushing over the top. So if you get into all the nooks and crannies with the black and then just lightly paint over the top, it'll be brilliant. And this black is called Carbon Black. To me, black's black, but whatever. So I think it's Nerdy who said she uses Mars Black. I have got a Mars Black, but to me they're both the same blooming colour. Black is black. It's just black. But whatever. If they want to call it some silly names, they can do. And I'm doing the stairs so it matches. And to be fair, I'm not going to do much with the actual wooden stairs. It's all about the snake. The snake is the thing. And as you can see, my piles of clothing are finished. And I will put them in the wardrobe, black, pink, pink, so that it's like contrast between them all. And the books will go in the wardrobe too, and I might even put the doll in there too. Now, it's not quite dry, but I'm impatient as per usual. And I'm just popping on some brown, just to give it a bit of a lift. And I've already painted the hair in a greeny, yellowy, browny colour. That's the colours I mixed together, green, yellow and brown. And then just soaked it in the paint and water, just to get it nice and textured. So basically I just dyed the hair. That's it, I just dyed it. Now, I'm going in with some yellow, just to try and pick up on those little details. But it's not getting what I want, and I need the belly to show up a little bit more than it already is. So I will be adding some white, and that's me knocking the camera. See, I've had a right good day with this filming lark. Knocking camera, I'm all over at shop. I think I hit the camera with the snake at one point. Now I'm using a teeny tiny brush just to pick out some scales. Just to dot a few round here and there, just to give it a bit of oomph. And it does look better. You can see it much better now, but the camera seems to not like wet paint when you're doing it on clay. Polymer clay, there we go. It looks much better when it's all dried up. And the rattle needs to be painted too. But I'm going to use some other colours as well, just to give it a bit of shine and a bit of shift. There we go. You saw the subscribe button. If you like what you see, please subscribe. I'm trying very hard to get to 1,000, and it's slow going, but I'm here to enjoy myself as well as give people what I think they like. But you know, if there's anything that you do want to see, please leave it in the comments. I'm up for a challenge. I really am up for a challenge. I'm doing yellow on the rattle and just picking out a bit of the rattle, not doing it all like I did with the black, because then you can see the black comes out really nicely. And now I'm putting on just a bit of white, but I'm covering the whole of the face with the white, but I haven't cleaned the brush very well. I don't want to clean the brush very well because I want the colours to sort of tie in, and you can see every now and again a bit of yellow pops up or a bit of green pops up. And then I end up putting the white in the actual paint. I mean the snake in the paint. So I've painted him all in the funny weird colour. So he looks dirty, dead, you know, that kind of thing. And his eyes are going to be bright white. And it's a titanium white. I need to get myself some more paint colours. I really like them folk art ones that I've seen. What's his name? Oh my god, Piece of Clay. But they're American again. Everything's better in America. So not fair. They've got some right nice colours. But anyway, I digress. I'm putting this pinky colour on the lips, and that's from Temu. It's an acrylic paint. It's dead thick. So you only need a tiny bit. And I do end up going over it with the pinky. I mix it with the white too, because I put the red on the inside of the mouth where the gums are, and then I put the pinky colour on the lips. It's a bit too alive, if that makes sense. And look, you can't see what I'm doing again, but I just put the eyes in, so they make it look like snake eyes. And I'm just putting a bit of grey all over just to tone him down a little bit more, and put a little bit of white just to highlight the rest of it. But that's going to be dulled down with the metallic paint I'm going to put on. That'll give it the shimmer. Peekaboo. And again, these ones, I love these paints. No matter what I do to them, they still keep going and going. Like I said, I've had these about a year, and I've just put dirty water on it because I don't want it to be too bright. So then I put my cloth on just to take off the excess. So I used gold and I used green. Now I'm super gluing my stairs to the actual snake. And yeah, looking at it again, I think I need balustrades. I think that's the word I'm looking for. The sticks, like I've got in the other ones. I'm not quite sure if the snake will fit if I do that. I'll have to check that one. Oh dear. Well, I've put most of the hair on, and now I'm giving it a really good trim, because it's a little bit too wild. Yeah, a bit too wild. But I've used super glue to put it on, and giving it a trim, and it'll be all sorted. And I did make it quite stiff on the front so it didn't keep flopping around, because it's supposed to look scary. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.
Shadows light us in. God soft unicorn with a blackened wing.